Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome to our daily refresh. I'm Daniel from Team EXOS, and the goal here is just to loosen up the body, to wake it up. Thanks for taking the time to give your body a little movement break from probably sitting the whole day. And I promise you're gonna leave feeling better than when you started. Okay, so let's start 2:30 sharp. You don't need that much, just a body. I think we all have one. And I recommend a carpet, a towel, or a yoga mat, maybe something to drink. We're gonna start at the bottom, finishing up at the top, just 12-30 movements, 10 to 15 movements, and then you can go ahead with your work. Okay, so let's start in the quadruped position. We are starting with the cat-cow. So your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And from here, you're gonna drop down, bring the chest towards the ground, breathe in, look up, round your back as much as possible, and push the ground away, push the chest as far away from the ground as possible, and breathe out. And repeat. Look up, round your back, breathe in, open position, we breathe in, and push the ground away, round your back like a cat, breathe out. 2 more. Look up, breathe in, try to curve your back as much as possible, and now into the opposite direction, breathe out. And the last one, look up, breathe in, and push the ground away, breathe out. Good, now we stay in that position, in that neutral position, and now we do shoulder circles. So we keep our hands, our elbows locked, the elbows straight, and now you drop down like before. Bring your shoulder blades together. Bring the shoulders towards your ears, keep them there, and push the ground away. Now you bring the shoulders away from your ears, and that was 1 circle. So we drop down, shoulders away from your ears, bring the shoulders away towards your ears, push the ground away, and again away from your ears. Let's do 1 more here. Down, shoulders towards your ears, push the ground away, and shoulders away from ears. Other direction. You can smooth it out if you're familiar with the pattern, or you do it controlled with me. So now we drop down, shoulders away from your ears. Here you push it away, and at this top position, you bring the shoulders towards your ears. Okay, and smooth it out if possible. 1 last rep to wake up the shoulder blades, the scapula. Good. Now, we stay in that position. You rock back on your heels. And then you reach over the midline with both of your hands. Breathe out and bring the chest towards the ground. In that position, take a breath into that open side. Breathe into your ribs. And come back and switch sides. Walk over to the other side, your hips not moving. Breathe out and bring the chest towards the ground. Take a breath in as well. On the breath out, you return back to the other side. Let's go. 2 more on each side. Good. Work with your breathing. Other side. Walk over, chest towards the ground. Breathe out. Breathe in and come back. 1 more on each side. And the last one. Drop down, take a breath in, and come back. Good. Now we go into the push-up position. From here into the down dog. Drive your hips up, bring the chest towards the feet. Same thing, breathe out. And come back into a nice strong push-up position, 1 straight line from head to heel. And again, down dog. You can bend your knees a little bit if you want to bring the chest closer to your feet, or keep them straight and focus more on getting a stretch on the backside. Last one, and now we stay here, and you're gonna walk in place, getting a stretch in your calf. Make sure that at the end, you extend your knee. Keep walking, 2 more on each side. Drive your hips up. Good. Now we're gonna sit back, sit in a wide position, and we're gonna swing both of our legs on one side. So if you're sitting too narrow, they end up on top of each other. So make sure you start in a wide position. Swing them over and make sure you're sitting tall at the end. You can, of course, support with your hands. Now, trying to stay as upright as possible, we swing the legs to the other side and sit tall. Keep switching, smooth it out. Again, you can go quicker than me if you like. You can go like this or controlled. We have 15 more seconds here, and then we add 1 more variation. Okay, you should feel it in your hips, loosening up that hips from sitting. Now, guys, you can do the transition even without your hands, and now we add a rotation over that front leg. So you rotate, thread the needle through your arm, and come back. Again, you can do the transition with or without your hands, and so you can see from that position, you thread the needle through here with a long spine. We don't want to be too folded, and the same thing. Switch sides and thread the needle. Switch again. And the last one. Breathe out and reach. Good. Now we're gonna sit like this. 1 foot, 1 knee pointing in one direction, the other leg, the other foot into the other direction. Where the leg is down, my hand is down, arm up, leg up, and then you drive the force into the ground, into that leg, and reach as far as possible. Reach towards the ceiling, towards the sky, and come back into the same position. And push up. This foot is flat on the ground. Opposite hand and foot is pushing into the ground. 3 more. We do 5 reps on each side. Push the ground away and reach. 2 more. Let's go. Reach. Come back. And the last one. And come back. Switch legs. So again, arm up, leg up. Hand down, leg down, and again drive into the ground. The whole foot is on the ground, on the bent leg. Come back. Up, stabilize and reach. The bottom arm has to stabilize. At the same time, we are working on hip mobility and thoracic mobility. 2 more. Push. And come back, the last one. Good. And slowly stand up again. Now we continue standing. We go into a wide stance. Make sure your toes are straight forward and the feet are flat on the ground. So the heels stay on the ground. Now you lunge down on one side, load that hip. Reach across to the same side. You can grab your knee and rotate to the same side. Push back into the middle and switch. Sink into the other hip. Reach towards the same hip. Locking the knee, rotate. Come back into the middle. We do 5 reps again on each side. Reach across. The spine stays long, so we don't want to round the back. And reach. Same thing, work with your breathing, go down, breathe out. The exhalation allows for a bigger stretch. Lunge down, load that hip, and reach. Come back into the middle. Other side. Make sure your feet stay flat on the ground. Push. Back to the other side. Reach. Push. One more on each side. Sink into the hip. The last one. Good job. Now we're going to work on single leg balance on the back side. You stand on one leg. And we are one straight line from head to heel. You reach here and try to be one straight line from head to heel again. If you need more balance, arms to the side, flight mode on, and then we come up into a high knee position. We are again one straight line from head to heel. And again, reach, arms to the side or to the front, and come back up. Same thing, 5 on each side. Reach, make sure the standing leg is slightly bent. We don't want to be like a flamingo. And come back up, 2 more. Reach, from head to heel, strong as steel. Drive your knee up. You can also do it more dynamically. And the last one, reach. Good, so if you lose the balance, tap the ground, you switch legs. Soft bend in the knee. Push the heel as far away as possible from you. And come up. Reach. And come up. Same thing, arms to the side or straight forward, stabilizing at the top, owning that position. Your hips go back, the last one, hips back, hips forward. Good job. Now we will end up with the upper body. You're gonna interlock your hands here, chest out, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and now you're gonna lift your hands as high as possible. Keep them there and just rotate your head gently from right to left. Come back in between. Same thing, chest out, lift your hands up, rotate to both sides, come back. Now we go up. And you're gonna nod your head down and look up. Come back in between. Last one, reach, head down. You might feel a stretch in the upper back and look up. Good. Shake the tension off, guys. Just a couple of movements left. Now, you're gonna bring your ear towards the shoulder to get a stretch here. You might even feel a stretch already. If you want to increase it, be gently, push the palm of the same side where you're stretching away. You might already feel an increased stretch, and you can even rotate your upper arm in and out. Same thing, come back in between. Reach and rotate your hand. Come back. Last one. Get a stretch. Ear towards the shoulder. Try to get a little bit further than in the first rep. Rotate in and out. Shake it off. We're going to switch sides. Ear towards the shoulder. Push the palm of your hand away from you. Rotate in. Rotate out. Come back. Reach. Push the palm of your hand away. Rotate in. Rotate out. Last one, ear towards the shoulder, push in and out. Now we do shoulder circles. So we first do forward motion. So we go backward first, reach behind you as far as possible, reach up as far as possible, forward as far as possible, and down. 2 more. You can go quick, smooth it out. Make sure the body is always facing into the same direction, not opening up. And switch sides. So again, we don't want to rotate here too much. We did a lot of thoracic rotation. Now we isolate the movements. Reach back, reach down, reach forward, up, and go as high as possible, as far back as possible. Reach down. You can switch sides, forward circles. Give me 2 more reps, guys. A little bit of movement is okay. There is no right or wrong. It's just important that you're here and moving. The last one. You're gonna cross your left leg with your right one. And then you bend over to the same side, get as long as possible, and take a breath in, like we did before. Come back, breathe out, and go into the stretch. That will allow for a bigger stretch. Stay tall, stay long, and breathe into that open side. Last one, we do 3 on each side. Breathe out and reach. Take a breath in and come back. Now we switch legs, crossing the right leg with your left one. So if the right leg is on the back, we also tilt over to the right side. Breathe out. And take a breath in. Come back. Breathe out. Take a breath into that open side. Get long. Open it up, your rib cage. And the last one. Good job, guys. And shake off your arms and legs. Drink a sip. We are done with the daily refresh. I hope you feel better than we started. Try to get in some movement each day. Those are good exercises to do between your high intensity days. If you couldn't get enough, later we got a mindset session and EXOS at home, which will be more intense. And I'll see you guys soon.